All right.
Hey,
Gary.
guys, I can see some of you.
Vanston, you've got to
There's 6 of us.
unmute yourself.
You're
Yes,
muted,
David, you got to
Vanston.
unmute yourself.
How's
Well,
that?
you don't have to.
Yeah.
You don't
right.
have to, I guess.
Don't-
There you go. Now we should be able to hear you.
Dave, are you okay?
There he
There's
is.
that laugh.
I did, Henry.
Yeah, Dave's looking good.
Dave,
Yes.
stellar lineman of the Mud Bowl. In the trenches with Big Don DeCamp.
That was
He was one-on-one. 1-on-2, me against John.
What, do you got, a rattlesnake?
oh, what about we got Swain and Thompson down the bottom? And
Yeah, they're still trying to get on.
They look good.
the white blob. We probably all look better as white blobs, by the way.
Shaw, are you on an iPad,
Me?
No,
Who?
laptop.
laptop? Dave,
Yeah.
what are you on?
I'm on a computer.
Okay. Yeah, for
And
some
I'm
reason,
on iPad.
Shelley and Dave are having trouble. I think it's bandwidth.
I had to join and all that first, and then find the right passcode.
Dave,
I'm
why
the most adept guy here. I did it in like 1 minute.
Hey, Dave,
Dave, your voice is
Dave,
Yeah.
your Raiders lost last night, unfortunately.
They're not my Raiders.
Hey, they looked okay.
Yeah, they look pretty good, actually.
Did they really?
They did. They gave them a go.
For the last 15 years, they lose by 40 points on these games.
I hope everybody's rooting for the Rams to beat Brady tonight. That's
Oh,
Of
seven.
course.
Yeah.
Hey,
All right.
Too much football, though. Golly, you guys.
No, not enough, Coop.
Well, at least
much
college football is just a disaster. You can't even watch it.
Hey, wait a minute. What are we talking about? I thought we were talking about the Mud Bowl. Huh? Go ahead.
We
We're
are.
waiting
Go ahead,
for
guys.
Real
Talk about the
men
important
playing
things.
real
Yeah.
football.
Vanston, we're waiting to be joined by the rest of the crew.
Oh, all right. I got you.
This is the holding cell.
The holding cell. I like that. Yeah. The
Vanston,
green room. The green room.
Vanston, Peter. Nobody can hear me, right?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Vanston,
We've heard
it's
everything
going to
you
take
said.
an hour and a half to set this up, and then everybody's going to say, I got to go to dinner.
Yeah, I've already eaten. So.
Oh, yeah. He's already eaten too. It's all sitting out there for me. But I said, no, I
Yeah.
don't want to be my teeth. Are my teeth clean?
So,
You
hey,
have
what,
teeth. I'm impressed, Steve.
Ken,
yeah,
Ken,
I haven't eaten all day.
Yeah, that's
Who-
good. Good man.
who are we waiting for?
so we're waiting for
Everybody.
Swain.
Yeah.
Shelley's gonna try and get back on. Billy,
Scotty?
Oh, yeah,
No,
with Billy
Scotty's
from
going up to see
Taiwan
his
at 10 in
daughter.
the morning. That's important.
yeah, it's 10 o'clock in Taiwan.
Yeah,
course, he
because
probably
it's only
missed it again.
6 o'clock, 6:02.
He missed
Yeah,
the last couple.
Whitey, it's 10 a.m. in where Billy is.
Yeah,
A.M.
yeah, we scheduled it at this time so he could join us. So he could be back
Nice.
from running his
Yeah.
daughter to school.
Okay.
But who knows? He may have totally forgot.
Well, what about T?
Don't know. Jeff Hyatt was supposed to be on.
Well,
What about
he's got,
What about Will?
he's got it hooked
he
up
said he was
to
going
all of
tonight.
his TVs in his house, Ken. So,
Yeah, I
and he
know.
can't find which one's the controlling
know.
one. So he's going around.
Vanston, you're absolutely correct.
Wait,
Hey,
did you?
see, Shelley's got a message at the bottom of the screen.
I saw
Yeah,
that.
he said he can see us and hear us, but he can't
We
get
can't
on.
get in.
That's all right, Shelley. We love you.
And that was
You
not
can't
an
hear it.
accident.
Hey, Shelley, live long and prosper. This is the new handshake, right?
Yeah.
Live long. Dr. Spot
Hey.
had it right. Yeah.
Hey, Kenny, I think the fact that this is all the class of 66, the others may have been afraid to show up. Where's the
Well, we
other
won.
team?
Oh, look, we won every game, so I don't see why they're afraid to show up.
Where
Whitey,
is the
Whitey,
Yeah,
How many people went on for the class of 66?
Huh.
How many on the screen? About like 300 little dots around?
well, no, the first time we had about 20, so,
Yeah,
second
wasn't-
wasn't as many.
wasn't bad.
Yeah.
But I know Jim Chambers, who we went to high school with. He's got a travel business. He has 700 people on a call at once.
Really?
Yeah,
Well-
What he said, Peter, what he said is that you just scan the screen with your finger, just push it. So you go across to see all the people. Well, I
That
guess
sounds
you,
like- That
guess you
sounds
have
like
an
it's-
iPad.
I
that
can
sounds
see
like
it. I can see everybody. I can even see Shelley. He has a white head and a white
hey,
body.
Shell.
No, that's Steve.
Hey, I'm gonna, look, and then
Okay,
when
well,
I
you can
get when I start to sweat,
keep sending
it'll drip
emails.
down my
See,
face
that's
when I
what's
color
weird is
my
that
hair.
you're communicating with us. Your name is up there, but for some reason we can't. Do you know how to
Hey,
go look at the settings on the Zoom? Okay. Did you download Zoom?
This is
Did you
classic.
download Zoom? He did. He wouldn't be on if he hadn't downloaded
Yeah.
it.
This is classic.
Yeah, because what you have to
Bunch
do
of
is,
seven-
Yeah.
if you can
I
download
got-
Zoom to your computer,
This
Hey,
this
David.
gathering
look
is
at the settings to make sure
this
your camera
gathering
is
is a
working.
high point for the class of
you can get on.
1966
You can get on.
capabilities.
We'll
Right.
be here for a while.
Right. Hey, can I tell you something? I actually spent
Hey.
the last 30 minutes, I've been waiting
Okay.
to get onto FaceTime for this. It
Oh,
was
yeah.
only 5 minutes ago that I realized,
Yes, well, if nothing
Wait a
else,
minute.
come back on and look.
I don't
and
have any
just
phone
keep sending
numbers.
us messages.
That's what
All
I
right.
speak to my family.
Hey, wait a minute, guys. We have to thank Dave down here because Dave's the
Oh, look
guy.
at-
Oh, wait, we
that
got
turned-
There
Swain.
you go.
Nancy.
There you
Got the
go.
computer expert working on it. That's
There's
good.
Oh, that's
Nancy.
right.
Nancy.
Somebody from
Hey,
Stanislaus
Dave
Junior
Henry.
knows how to do
We
it.
got
There he
to
is.
Oh my God.
There's
Yeah, look
Pig.
at that guy.
Hey,
Young guy.
Unmute yourself,
It looks
Dave.
Brought the pro in.
Hi,
Unmute.
Dave. It looks like Biden.
Hi, Nancy.
Looks like
Nancy.
Biden.
You gotta,
She can't hear. They have
you
it on
gotta
mute.
unmute.
They're doing it.
Muted.
They're working
Got
on
it.
it.
Unmute down below. There's
There you
a-
go.
Okay, you got him now.
We
Thanks,
unmuted.
There we
Nancy.
go.
Hi.
Good.
Hey,
Hi.
Pig.
Hi, Nancy.
Hey, Dave.
Hey,
Live long and
Dave.
prosper,
The
Dave.
crew.
Yeah.
Hey,
Good
hey.
man.
The pros.
I
Yes.
swear to God, this is like in a senior citizens place. Everybody needs help to get on.
Shit, I can't get past smoke signal.
Assisted living. Come on. One of the nurses coming in behind us. Yeah, I see that.
Pig,
Yeah.
are you there?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can, we can.
Yeah, everything you say, we're taking down, Dave.
Now we're
Yeah,
recording
hey,
it.
It
Hey,
doesn't
Dave.
matter. You can't
Yeah.
blackmail me for
Wait a minute,
shit
wait a minute. I
anymore.
think Dave looks like a religious experience. He's got a halo over his head.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, he does. No, it's on his head.
Hey, Swain, can you?
It's my crown of thorns.
Yeah. I like that. Yeah.
Hey, Dave, can you hear me?
Yes.
That's how you made those passes. Okay,
How's your
now-
golf game? How's your golf game?
Not as good as it should be.
Well, that's its
Well.
pat answer.
Right. Well,
Mid 80s?
I've got a 15 handicap.
All right, okay.
Yeah.
Right.
But I still can't break 100 at Goat's course.
I
Remember-
know. I
Remember when
understand
you
that.
told me, you threatened me, you go, you can't break 100 there. You were right.
Yeah. But you're
It's
better
getting
now.
harder.
We're
Dave,
bringing
it's
out the
harder
cheap
now.
shots. We're gonna bring out some cheap. Let's bring out some cheap shots, everybody.
Yes.
Why do you?
Well, actually,
Why do you?
well, right now, I think, wait
One
a
at a
second.
time,
Right
boys.
now, I think Shelley's going to get the chicken, because he hasn't been able to get his picture on. Shelley, you're going to get the chicken. You better watch out. So,
He can see us, he just can't hear us.
yeah, I know. So that's why.
Hey, I think, Ken?
Yeah.
You're the ringleader here. I think we need to get a little organization. Let's start, from Swain to Koo to Dave and give them each, like 2 minutes to at least say something of interest, if that's possible.
Of interest.
Make it 30 seconds.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
All right.
What I want to
I like
know
that.
is how did Billy Boy end up? How did he get the nickname Billy Boy?
Billy White.
Billy White.
No. He's told us the answer to that 10 times and I've forgotten it every time. It's
Yeah, I
clear
don't
that-
know. I don't know.
Because,
There was a pro football player named Billy White.
No,
No.
that was not it.
no,
Kenny knows.
it's his
knows.
Well,
poker
how do
playing,
you say it's not it when you don't even remember?
Because I
I know
remember
what it
that's
is.
not it.
his poker playing buddies called him Billy the Kid. In fact,
Oh.
here he comes. You can ask him. He's coming on right now.
All right, I like
One
it.
second.
Right.
There he is.
Where is he?
Oh, up
There
there
he
he
is.
is. Hey, there's our man.
Looks like
Billy Boy.
came up.
Hey, Billy the Kid.
He's connecting.
He didn't get onto my screen, so what am I?
Unmute yourself, Billy.
Yeah, I don't see him either.
No, I
he's
see him, but
there.
I don't hear him.
He's coming.
You know,
He's
he
got
has
a-
to
I
unmute
only
him.
see one
There
person
you
at a
go.
There he
time.
is.
Can you see everybody else?
There.
That's
No, I can
scary.
see everybody but Billy.
Hey, Marcus.
I'm back in case you missed me.
Long and proper, buddy.
All
All right,
More
so
Scott?
are we here to rewrite the Constitution of the
There he
USA?
Come over here.
There he
Hey,
is.
Billy Boy. How did
Wait
you
a
get your
minute. We're here to
nickname?
thank Dave Henry for pushing Nevada over the edge. Thanks,
Won't be
Dave.
seen.
Hey, everybody's
Hey.
calling you Billy, so
There's Thomas Jefferson over there.
Mark, we got to figure out, how did you get the nickname Billy Boy?
Well, I was in 1977. I was tearing a house down. I was tearing a house
They're
down,
still trying to join and
tearing a house down in Carmel, and my buddy John Morale from college and his buddy Larry, who was about 6'7". We were, the first thing we did that day was we tore down the kitchen, and we said, "Uh-oh, now what are we going to do?" Because we were living in the house. So we decided that became like the barracks of a ranch. So we gave each other names, and Rooster Cogburn was one of the guys. He had a big bushy beard. The other guy was Long Lonesome Larry, because he was always lonesome and looking for, girlfriends over in Salinas.
How long is this going to take?
yeah. Yeah.
I
And how
got the
did,
name of Billy Boy, Billy the Kid.
this is
Well,
important.
how
did
did
Yeah.
Peter learn
Yeah,
this?
I want to hear it.
It's over.
He just told us.
No, he got interrupted. I never heard the punchline.
There-
So I'm Billy the Kid. And then
Yeah, we
everybody,
heard. All right, that was right. You said Billy the Kid. Yeah. Okay.
and
Yeah.
everybody started calling me Billy. And so that whole summer, they introduced me to everybody as Billy the Boy.
All right.
Yeah, there's a
Thanks for
lot
this.
of difference between Billy Boy and Billy the Kid.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there he is.
Ah, boy, kid, not so
Right.
much.
Everybody knows me in Taipei as Floyd. They call me Floyd.
Floyd, I like that.
I don't have a real name.
Dave, Dave, Don nicknamed him Billy Boy. It's me.
So
I can believe that, Don. I believe that's something Don would want to say.
That sounds right, yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like,
Yeah, that's-
No. Don, listen.
There's thumb.
Don never had a negative word about anyone.
That
we
was
live
worth
in
the whole
Montana.
night. That's great. Yeah, that's true, absolutely
Yeah.
true.
So Kenny met me
Absolutely.
Kenny and I were living in Montana, so he got in the habit of calling me Billy because everybody else was calling me Billy in Montana, Half Moon Bay area.
So it's stuck.
All right. So does that help, Dave? You got it now?
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah,
Hey, Dave, remind me of pig. Where'd that come from again?
swine.
Oh,
Yes,
Swain, swine.
Yeah, I've been a pig
Is
since
that- is
about
that a-
second grade.
Is that a Scottism?
No, I think it was, people had spelling problems since grammar school.
Yeah.
So, it's
They couldn't
it's-
spell
it's
swine. They
stuck.
couldn't
No, they
read
couldn't.
Swain as swine.
Right. Well, I went to Insulant,
Oh, that explains it.
Oh, yeah.
That-
Oh, yeah, so did I. Yeah, that must be it. Yeah.
Whitey,
Yeah.
this is my only Mud Bowl memorabilia.
Oh,
I love it.
right.
Oh,
Ooh,
yeah.
Nice.
Nice to see.
Block
That's
letter.
impressive.
Who remembers that first banquet at Carmen's there in that big banquet auditorium? It was I think it was 79 because the hostages were in Iran at that point because there were some references to that when each speaker came up.
Uh,
Everyone
well, I
remembers that
remember-
vividly?
Who remembers
Move on.
1979?
Move on.
Here you go.
Whoops.
Does
Oh,
Sue still
yeah.
have the chicken?
Here's a.
Oh, that's a
photo
great
for you.
photo.
I always deserve the chicken, but
Yeah.
No.
Do you still
Don-
have it?
Is that Dave Meikle there? He's the dirtiest rugby player I ever met.
Yeah, that's Meikle.
Don
Who's
won that.
holding the football?
Jim Coito.
I know.
Guido. Yeah. Yeah, I haven't
yeah.
seen him for a
God,
while.
that is amazing.
Don DeCamp won the chicken. Most even beat you out, Koo. I think
He didn't
Dave
even-
Henry got
he-
it once
yeah,
or twice.
This is unfair. He could win it without even trying. I had to try to be dirty.
I know.
Do you guys remember when Don and Coito got in a fight?
Which one? Which fight?
Oh, I do. I do.
No, wait, I was driving one of the cars. We drove around looking for the other guy to hit him, to get in a fight.
I remember because it was in my parents' car in front of Si's house.
Yeah.
There was a fight on my lawn there.
There it was.
Yeah. I think I got in and mixed it up a bit too.
Yeah, which one did you knock down, Paul?
Scheidemann, the
What do you
closest
believe?
the closest
I was known
I
for
came
that.
was being the announcer.
Hey,
Yeah.
Dave.
Yeah,
Dave, tell us what you're up to these days.
I'm retired. Oh, Dave Henry?
No,
Yeah.
Dave Henry, but Dr. Dave.
I'm retired too.
Yeah, you're not doing anything with the university?
No,
Are you staying in Las Vegas?
for the moment, we think about leaving and then we think about where we want to go and we can't afford it. And we think about what we can afford and we don't want to go.
Wait a second. Las Vegas housing is doing pretty well, I think, isn't it?
Now, we're in Henderson, so it's like we're up on a hill, sort of like your view used to be from Oakland.
Yeah.
On the
Yeah.
And I look down now on what used to be all dirt, but now it's built up and it includes the Raiders training facility.
Let me tell you, Henderson is the Beverly Hills of Las Vegas.
Yeah, absolutely right. No question.
And Wayne, what are you doing these days? David,
Who are you
Wayne.
talking to?
Pig.
give us a quick bio.
Quick bio. I'm trying to play golf 3 days a week. We have 6 grandkids now. Nancy's homeschooling 2 of them because of this, COVID crap. And so I'm a part-time bus driver. I pick up the kids. I pick up the kids and I try to entertain them, One of the things that isn't that sexy is I'm teaching my grandson, who's 5, how to shovel dog shit. Because we
Is he a quick learner?
we have a 15-month-old
important
golden
skill.
doodle. We have this golden doodle named Archie.
You
He's
do?
he's about 65 pounds. He's just a big clown. And so I am helping do that. And
Oh,
just,
great.
Dave,
yeah.
it's not wise to start getting animals that are going to outlive you or us.
If that's the case, I wouldn't buy bananas, man.
Oh,
Hey,
good to
get
have
it.
you.
What's cool up to?
Vanston, what are you doing these days?
What am I doing? Well, let's see. All summer I've been playing tennis, probably 4 or 5 days a week. Occasionally, doing bike. Before that, once the COVID thing hit, I did a lot of bike riding because they had the tennis courts closed up here, and so road biking. And then I walk every day, probably. If I add it all up, probably 8 miles a day. But in the mornings, I'll hike about 3 to 5 miles most mornings. And
Yeah, I
besides
did
that,
this
we're
morning.
hanging out.
When
Yeah,
are
my
they,
mom's-
when is Ski Hill gonna open?
It'll open, I think, the 14th, and Bachelor will open the 7th. So I may go up to Bachelor. I have a pass up there, and then obviously one in Ashland. And so anyway, and I'll probably climb Thanksgiving Day if they get snow tomorrow. And the next day there's supposed to be some more snow, and I may climb up to the top and take my first run. So have some climbing skis set up with skins and things like that. So besides that, we've just been hanging out. We bought another house, actually few houses down from me where I live in this little subdivision in Ashland. And so I'm having as a rental for a couple of years. It's single story, and then we'll move over. We're planning to move over there into that home. It's actually, I like it better than the one where we're at right now. It's smaller too, which is nice. Anyway.
Vance, and what's the key to your success? I couldn't do your shit when I was 18.
And blood transfusions from young kids, I think. That's what happened.
4 ounces of red wine every day for lunch, right?
Hey, Swain,
What?
I taught you how to ski. You just didn't cooperate.
I remember that. You and Vanston did from Brevard.
God, I did.
I was
forgot
hanging around
that.
older guys then.
Yeah. Teaching Swain
corrupted.
the ski is like what we call a fool's errand.
Listen, Peter,
I was trying to single ski.
we taught Brad how to ski on the first day. We took him to the top of Squaw Valley, and the ski patrol had to take him down in a basket.
Hey, wait a minute. That was me.
Oh,
That was me.
It was scary.
Actually, John Crosby took me up to the top of KT22 about my second day skiing, because I was snow plowing. He thought I could do fine, and and they were closing the run down by 2 o'clock or something. So, hey, you want to practice using our basket? And I said, yeah, sure, yeah. So I jumped in and took a ride down.
Whitey,
So, anyway,
where is
fun.
Johnny? Where is Johnny, Kenny?
He's in Minnesota, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh, do you know where he is, Paul?
Well, we know he moved to live with his sister in
Okay.
Minnesota, but we don't know her married name, so there's no way to track that.
Okay.
Or let me give you another
So,
one.
Minnesota.
Who's heard from Tom Shaw in the last 25 years?
Or
I don't think
order of man or order
Yeah,
of name?
something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
David, that's something like that, right?
No, it is, that is the name. It's something like that. And I saw him shortly after he got into it, along with his girlfriend June at the time, and then nothing since. So 50 years, not 25.
All
Yeah,
right.
it has
well,
been 50.
Well, who's Tom Shaw?
He was in our
Uh,
class.
He was class
Yeah,
of
You wouldn't
but he
know.
disappeared. He hasn't been to a reunion or responded since.
Oh,
He's
no.
he's a class of
50 years.
66 guy.
he played basketball, point
Yeah, he
guard.
played
for
basketball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you guys want to hear? Do you guys want to hear a Crosby story?
Skied with me, and then Terry, and who are the other two?
Oh, Sun Valley. Yeah.
Oh,
Was
God,
I there?
remember you drove that Volkswagen over a dead body on the Highway 90?
Oh, we thought it was.
Shaw passed people. I was in a car with him, but he passed people blind going up the mountain. You know, that
I
was a little strange.
I
at that
was
time.
in the car
I
with
didn't
you
expect him to be that
and
strange.
Dennis who? What's his name?
Patilowitz.
Yes, and the tall friend of his. And Shaw just said, "I'm going to go around the curve on the inside lane." It was total fog.
Well, he's always in the
I guess
fast
we
lane.
must have made it in this reality anyway, right?
Swain, what did you want to say?
I was going to say, do any of you guys want to hear a Crosby story?
Absolutely.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay,
Sure.
when Crosby came back from the service, I don't know if you guys remember, he
I
bought
do.
he bought a white Cutlass SS convertible.
Okay.
You remember that?
No.
Yeah,
No.
it had like 400 horsepower. It was just like a GTO. but it was an Oldsmobile. Brand new, beautiful, hot car. He and I were driving out in the country by Nancy's house, kind of by where Koo lived. And he said, hey, I want you to drive and let me get in the passenger seat. He gets in the passenger seat, hooks his feet underneath the seat. And like if you, in a sailboat, you know, when you lean back.
Yeah.
Yeah. He said, I want you to go 100 miles an hour. So he's sitting there with his feet underneath the seat, hanging out the passenger side. I'm driving the son of a bitch 100 miles an hour in this Cutlass. And he's going, yeah! You know, I don't know if you guys can relate to that, but that's one.
Oh yeah, but there's a part that could have made him happy.
Yeah.
Well, he was still together then. That was
Yeah,
before
he hadn't started talking to God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Well,
Okay, good.
that could have been Don DeCamp telling you to do that.
Well, no, sorry, that could have been
Yeah.
you and your mother's Cutlass going to.
I
golf
get
as
it.
a
I
trio.
get it. I don't need to hear the story.
And you
again.
did a 360 over a canal.
I get it. It was a mistaken judgment. Okay.
Hey, but Peter, remember Don's, we went to Yosemite with Don Camp, and we would always impress the girls who would tell them, they'd say, well, what kind of car do you have? We have an RSW, Rambler station wagon. You know, we didn't tell them that till later.
Oh,
That's it. He drove that into a
Benson.
ditch.
We had some fun in the ski hills and sleeping in on pews in churches in Squaw Valley.
Well, listen. Let's move on from the ski story. Some of us feel a little left out. Let's talk about the Davis High golf team.
Yeah,
What
Davis
about it?
High golf team.
You know,
Hey,
Well, tell us about it.
well,
there's not much to
I
report.
caddied
Actually.
Paul. I caddied Cy one day. I caddied for Paul in a match at Del
Oh,
Rio.
that's not the story I wanted to hear.
Oh,
Sheesh. So, Koo. Hey, Steve Kucher, are you still working?
Oh yeah, no, yeah.
Oh,
you guys-
nuts.
are you guys retired? I go to work every morning. Yeah, I got debts. I got to pay things. I got to pay employees. I'm facing.
Hey.
I don't know what.
Way
to
to go. Way to go, Steve.
Well, just
Man,
keep paying on those debts. That's all.
Yeah.
The only reason I'm here is I borrowed money from Paul and Peter to keep us.
yeah, there's two investors.
You got it.
Paul and Peter, that's good.
Leave him
Steve,
alone. He's
Steve.
got to keep working.
Oh,
Steve.
yeah, no, I just
Steve.
no, I got it. We built a new building. It's, spending $1 million on a new pistachio processing plant.
Woo.
What are you gonna
Just
do?
make sure you borrow.
I have to work until the day I die. That's otherwise I'll be broke.
Just make sure you borrow from Peter to pay Paul.
Yeah. Hey,
Steve,
just
what's
remember
your brother doing?
What, my brother Chris?
Yeah. What's
no,
Chris
he's
up to?
working on the farm too. Yeah, he lives in Paso Robles. He comes over and takes care of the farming, and I work in the office.
It's a little like the song 16 Tons.
Yeah, but Steve, remember though, Steve is land rich if cash poor, right?
That's
Right.
right.
That's
you are-
the farm. The story of
You're a
all
farmer.
farmers.
Yeah.
No,
Amazing.
it's all right. We're doing okay. I got, mostly we're shifting away from, we're still doing melons, not as much the produce, but we're doing we have almonds and pistachios, and we're still here. That's all.
Do
That's
you
important.
do you still have your,
little family farm that's still here?
Steve, do you still have your blueberries down in Peru?
No, we don't. No, we do very little. We don't. We're in communication with the people in South America and Central America. We're friendly. They're fond of us, but no, very little business down there anymore.
Yeah.
Mostly, I export most of my pistachios to Europe.
Hey, Billy, you losing interest in us?
No, I'm working while I'm listening to you
Look at
guys.
this picture. Look at
I
Billy's hair.
actually
Billy's
have
hair.
Look at that.
Nice.
Look at that, huh?
Yeah, you're
Billy.
looking good there. Hey, the guy that
We're
actually
having
had
our
hair.
Our grooming skills.
Hey, how do we let Colunian into the game?
He was doing somebody's taxes.
Yeah, he just
Yeah,
walked
that makes
by.
sense.
Well, there's Cy and Boar right there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah.
Scotty, look at Jeff's got a can on Scotty's head there.
The mustaches. You don't see a lot of mustaches these days.
Yeah, I
Who's
have
got-
on Don DeCamp 69 Michigan shirty.
Yeah.
I won in a poker game from him.
Well, you wore that for 40 years.
Yeah.
Look at Barney. He looks like a middle, a middle-aged housewife.
He still looks that way.
He still looks that way. Yeah, where is Barney, by the way?
I don't know.
He's
You
in
know where-
Tulum, right?
Hey, Camino, he talked about getting in on this.
Oh,
Yeah, he's got
a-
internet.
He's got an estate on the Oregon coast, and he's got a
Right.
mansion up in the wild Yukon, and he's has another B&B or something over in Tulum.
Right.
The
Yeah, he's
Yucatan.
doing pretty well.
Yeah, well,
He's got a babe of a girlfriend, you know. Oh
It-
my
Yeah,
Yeah, Donna.
He's
it
always
pays,
been-
it pays to inherit a lot of money like Barney did.
Yeah,
Yeah.
when his wife divorced him, she thought she was going to really rake him, and she's paying him alimony. The lucky guy. He put her through law school, then she wanted to dump him.
Wait, I think I hear Shelley in the background.
Yeah, that's Shelley the Golden Doodle.
Well, somebody keep a bag for him.
Yeah.
'Cause
Hey,
this-
I do remember one of my favorite Don stories was at my house on Poplar Avenue there.
Yeah, we know
Probably
it.
in 670 or 66 or 7 or
Yeah,
something, where we had some party and Don throws a cherry bomb and it lands in this big thick glass goblet and blows glass just all over
Yeah.
the room or in that living room. I was amazed nobody got.
well, I
blinded
knew
or
Don
anything.
DeCamp,
It
and
was
I
like,
have a
God,
tough
I
time
couldn't
believing
find
that
it.
story.
Yeah, out of character.
Yeah. Sure you did. Yeah, look at
Hey,
you.
I'm going to say one thing here. I miss you guys, I'll tell you.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
And I don't, you almost don't realize it until you see something like this.
Right.
Yeah, it's good.
Who is
Yeah.
that?
But we are missing a few.
Yeah, we
Oh.
are.
Yeah, that's
So,
all
so
true.
Billy, what's it like in Taiwan? Come on, tell us.
Oh, it's pretty wild over here, actually. They treat us Westerners like kings. It's like there's nothing we can do that is wrong. And it's been that way forever.
Well, the golden boy, huh?
The
Yeah,
golden
well, I
boy
tell you
still is.
If they pull you over for some kind of traffic infraction, and you just say, and they just say, get out of here.
You do that in Fresno, you go to jail.
But how's your Chinese?
They're not very friendly in Fresno. Is that it?
Billy, any of those Chinese warships coming along out of Chinese coastline there over toward you?
Well,
It's
they
getting
better not.
dicey, isn't it?
Better not, because on a bad day, my name is Lieutenant General James Liu. And I just pull a halt to all that right away.
All right, okay. As long as it's under
When I'm in-
control.
When I'm in Beijing, they know me as Xavier Laura Lula Zula. I'm working for the CIA.
Good. Well, actually, you could be. We wouldn't know. Yeah.
That's right.
Probably CIA wouldn't know either.
Yeah. Right. Well, that's different. Yeah.
But I'll tell you what, I've got a 17-year-old girl that I'm teaching how to go night clubbing, And that's.
Ooh, that's tough.
Oh, that sounds like a heavy lift.
Yeah.
They
and so
arrest you for shit like that in Fresno.
I get thrown in,
Yeah, Dave's trying to make sure nobody else moves to Fresno.
Be safe.
Yeah,
right.
right.
life's different. Life's different.
All right, so what's the path forward here?
There is no path forward.
Well, we just have to wait until the great leader comes back in 2024. He'll be back. Hey, oh my
Don't
God,
even
we
think
can
that.
only hope.
Don't even think that. But we're in our 70s. Let's try to make it in the 73 or
Yeah.
4.
Well, it's
Yeah,
good to
I
know
had
that
my
our
birthday on
country.
Saturday, 2 days ago. I've been 72 for 2 days.
Hey, you're a young guy.
He
You're
is.
the youngest guy here,
I
except
am a
for
young
Swain.
guy. How come
Right.
I'm in such bad shape then?
No comment.
Dave Henry. Dave
Yeah.
Henry.
Yeah,
Guess who I played golf with today? You'll
Mark.
never guess, of course. Think back to elementary school, Fremont.
yes,
Mark Bauman.
yes.
Oh, yeah.
You remember
That's what
him?
I said. Yeah. Yeah, you said he played.
Oh, I think I told you that.
Yeah,
I think I told
yeah.
you that. Yeah.
Well, I
Just
remember you
amazing.
telling me you played with him 4 or 5
He-
years ago or something.
He comes down about every 6 months from Hollister,
Right.
and he's a lone wolf, so that's the story.
I think that's worked out real well.
Yeah, that's the story of my life,
It's worked
Speaking
out
of,
well. I like
yeah.
that.
Fremont third grade.
There we go. There I am at back row with a little string tie, back row right,
Oh, yeah, I see.
Oh, yeah.
holding hands with the teacher,
Jack.
holding hands with the teacher, Miss French.
Is that
There-
George Shack up there?
I see
Now,
Steve
there's
Campus in the
Campos.
front.
I see Campos there.
See Steve Campus in the front row
Right in the front.
Yeah, who's at the opposite end down here?
of me.
No, on the bottom left hand.
Oh, Jesus, I can pick. God, I know all these kids. They're older now, I think.
Johnny Huff.
Good.
Oh, here on the right, the far right in front of the teacher is Ted Benson.
Yeah,
Ted
Oh, yeah.
Benson. Oh, yeah.
that's Johnny Huff on the bottom left.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
Johnny
Johnny
Huff.
Huff.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
And there's Daryl Overholser on the second row, far left. Daryl killed in an accident when he was 15 and on his ranch.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I think, but I could be mistaken, right in front of me with a string tie, I thought it was Brad, but I'm not sure that it
It
is.
No, that's
looks like
Brad.
Brad, but it doesn't look like Brad. You're right.
I will call
Yeah.
you back in an hour.
It's got to be Brad, though.
It sure
That's
looks
not-
like him.
Sure
Don
does.
Hill next to him.
That's right.
Oh, it is.
And to my right is Paul Reese. Remember Paul Reese?
Yeah, right. Yes, yes.
And Linda Olson next to him. And Susan Bienvenue in the center there.
My first girlfriend.
Oh,
Yeah. Everyone's first girlfriend.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Yeah, yeah.
Look at that.
Is
God.
that Gerald Shack up there in the top?
Oh,
Who is that with the tie?
The tie.
The Boy Cub Scout tie.
No, but up on the far right.
That's me.
That's
That's
Paul.
Paul.
That's Paul.
in the skinny with a bolo tie.
Next to
Yeah.
the teacher, yeah.
My mother
That-
made
that-
my mother
that's
made me
Paul.
wear that for the picture day.
Gee, your ears are bigger than your head.
Hey, you notice how many glasses came on when we needed to see this?
That's what my sister used to say, Billy.
You look
thanks
more
for
like
mentioning
Eddie Haskell.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, I've got a 6th grade. Can we share a picture I have?
which one?
Well, I've got one.
Send it
How
to
do I
me.
share it?
Send it to me, email it to me.
Oh, okay. I got it. I'll do that.
I'll
Yeah, that's easy.
Pull it up.
All right. Hold on. Gotta find it. Where did I put it?
I got a question for Billy Boy. What were the twin girls that he used to hang around with? Pretty
The
good looking
singer.
twin girls.
The
Singer.
singer sisters.
Yeah, Christy and Kathy Singer.
Kathy, yeah.
Now, were
Yeah.
they your girlfriends?
Well, Kathy was my first big Waterloo, I mean, she really broke my heart. And I was in love with her. I thought I was her boyfriend for about 3 days. And boy, when she let me know it wasn't happening. But David Kalunian actually married her. David Kalunian married Kathy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just remember you hanging out with those two pretty good looking twins.
Yeah,
I'm
that was
thinking, what has that guy got going for him?
There's a question, right?
So I
buddy?
just sent a message
I
to
tell you
everybody
what,
from Shelley. He
traded-
said, Thompson just said, I just saw Marcus, who let him out of jail.
I traded those two twins in for Mary Cole.
Woo,
Yes,
woo,
you did.
woo. Yeah,
Yes,
she
you
was hot
did.
stuff too. I remember Mary Cole. Yeah.
She's the only woman that ever loved me for who I was.
What did
Boy.
the rest love you for?
What's that?
What they wanted him to be.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's sweet of her to love you.
Okay, so here's my suggestion. Let's have this reunion every other day. Teasing. Teasing, just joking, just joking.
I thought you
April
were.
Fools.
Yeah, right.
But
And everybody
spent all this
every
money on
other
the
day
Zoom.
suggests a cocktail format.
Ooh.
For a
I've
guy
got
at
my
10 o'clock in the
G&G.
morning, that's a bold move there, Billy.
Okay.
There you go.
There we
Yeah.
go, insulin school.
Yeah. So this is my 6th grade class. And
Okay.
you notice Crosby in there.
Wow.
I can't, where?
Oh,
And
yeah, right
Ronnie.
in front center.
Yeah.
Front and center.
Right there's
Yeah.
Johnny.
Oh, yeah, I see him in the white shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Keenan Aiken.
Darpinian next to him.
Darpinian. Diana Reese. This is like our reunion call.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Got
And
6th grade.
Sandy Cummings,
Chris Rose.
Chris Rose, right?
Gee,
And
cool.
Myrna? No, forgetting names right now. And,
Phil
Bob
Stark, Phil
Zeff.
Stark,
Yeah,
Phil Stark, back row left, white shirt.
Yeah.
Yes.
yeah. Well,
Who was
I
the
thought that-
teacher?
You had a
Who was
good
the
looking,
teacher?
I
you
thought
had a
that was
good looking
Zeff.
teacher.
Is
Yeah,
that
who's the
Robert Jeff?
teacher?
Oh, who's the teacher? I don't remember. That's how good I am.
I
Yeah.
don't know.
Oh,
They-
and what's this gal, Shelley? Shelley something. This gal, or the gal next to Diana Reese. Well, Carol Griffith.
Oh, Sherry Floyd.
Sherry Floyd. That's
Sherry
it. Sherry
Floyd,
Floyd.
that's
Yeah.
it.
Right. And
Where's
oh,
Carol?
and Diane.
Diane Reese?
No.
No.
Well, yeah, Diane Reese is there. I'm thinking.
Oh, there's Carol.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah. So anyway, that was my 6th grade class.
Wow.
Where's Carol? I
Hello?
can't see Carol.
Yeah, I don't know what she's up to.
Where's Carol?
question.
Oh, in this picture. I don't see Carol in this.
Oh,
picture.
she's right
Next
next
to
to
Diane.
Diane Reese, right in the middle. Isn't that
Oh,
Carol?
that's her with the big little Dutch.
Yeah, I
girl?
think so. Isn't that Carol Griffith?
I guess it might be.
Hey,
Carol
Ken,
Griffiths, yeah, Carol Griffiths in the center, the second row with the black and the white around the collar.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what
yeah.
it looks like, yeah.
Boy, she was a cutie
Right.
then, wasn't she?
Kenny,
think so?
it's Peter.
Yeah.
It's Whitey. It's
Yeah.
Peter. Would you put up St. Stanislaus School so I can see my picture?
Yeah, well, send it to
We
me.
got to send him the picture.
Send it to me and I'll pull it up.
Yeah, Kid just has all this stuff, right?
Okay. I'm gonna have to check out. We've got a little medical problem, emergency, so I've got to run and help take care of it.
All
Oh,
right.
All right.
All right, buddy,
All right,
take care.
Well, I hope the
See you
hard
later,
time works
Joe.
out, buddy.
Sign off.
Do well.
Okay.
Live
Leave.
long and prosper.
I'm gonna check out too, but I just think, this could happen a little more frequently and, maybe we could even get Weary and Scotty and a few others on, get a few
Yes,
from the other team besides Swain.
Yeah, yeah.
And they can bring
Yeah.
at least the B team.
You're
Me
real welcome.
against the world.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah, it'd be fun to beat up on
Although,
Swain, though.
if-
Yeah,
if we
we
get-
could beat
if-
up on
if-
Swain. That'd be fun.
I'm starting to feel like Trump. It's me
If we
against
get-
the world.
I'm starting to feel like Trump. huh?
If we
Oh,
get
sorry.
weary here,
Mark, what are you
He's
drinking
right.
there? That looks like a nice red wine. What are you drinking there?
Si,
If we get-
what year will this mud bowl be?
57,
Okay.
Woo,
Woo!
I
that's
suspect,
beautiful.
I suspect Shelley's
57.
gonna be out there. I think Shelley's gonna be out there, but I don't know
yeah.
who else. Dave Rogers. is
Well,
gonna-
you know, I just get, before I sign off, I want to say one more thing. You know, as I say, I just love seeing you guys, and this is more fun than I thought it was going to be. But all that said, wouldn't it be great if one more time, maybe the 60th anniversary of the Mud Bowl, God
right.
willing, we could all meet in Modesto and have a banquet and hug each other and see each other
Right,
again.
I go out on the actual Mud Bowl day. Hey, let's do it. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Throw-
and-
hey,
somebody brings a
yeah.
football.
Hey,
So
too.
I can hit him in the back for a cheap
Yeah,
shot.
that's right. Yeah, I mean, hey, our passing wouldn't be any worse than it was then.
That's
Be
true.
careful using the word passing.
Okay.
What
Hey,
are we
Billy,
passing as? Yeah.
Billy, stay in touch.
Yeah.
Start working on
Right.
the 60th.
Swain, I love you. It's great to see your face there.
Yeah.
You look
I love
good.
all you guys. You know,
Yes.
That was fun.
you all make
Live
me
long
feel
and prosper,
young.
Paul. See ya.
Yeah.
Talk to you soon.
Okay.
I'll put it
Vanston,
together. I'll put
And-
another one
and
together
Dave-
after the first.
Well, Swain
Okay,
and
buddy.
Henry.
This
Henry.
isn't over, is it? I was just getting started.
Mark just got here. We
Just
can't
getting
leave
started.
yet.
He's on-
He just
he's on
woke
his
up.
second drink. I've gone through three glasses of scotch here, but it's all right.
all right, I'm signing off, guys.
All right,
Hey,
Paul, we
take care.
Me too.
Love ya.
See you guys.
Love
Hey,
all
look.
you.
We
Yeah.
can talk behind Paul's back once he's gone.
I like Peter left. It just left his
His camera's still on.
his camera.
His
So
camera
you'll be
on.
able to see whatever goes on in Paul and Peter's home tonight. Ken, you can just keep it open. You know,
Why did Peter have to leave? What happened?
he had a medical thing going on.
Medical emergency.
So maybe it could have been one of his dogs. He has wonderful dogs.
Yeah, I
For
was
him?
wondering about that. Yeah,
He had a medical emergency himself.
that's what he
Well,
said.
it's
Yeah.
good to see
So
you
in the
back,
house.
Wow, that's one way to get out of a meeting. I'm going to learn that trick.
Yes.
Well,
So I have to come back to the USA in January. Should I expect to die?
Only
No.
if you go any place but Hawaii.
no, it's tough. Come on, you guys. We're all old. We're
That's
all trying to
perfect.
avoid it. I'm trying to avoid it. I mean, it's no. I'm not looking. I haven't been to a. Well, I went to a restaurant a couple weeks ago for my mother-in-law's 95th birthday, and it was miserable. I'm not going to a restaurant again till 2022.
Until it's over.
It was open, and to reduce it, they took a huge chunk of the tables out. It's a very nice restaurant, and so I was sitting in the middle of exactly the same concentration everybody always sits, and it's just no fun to be out like that.
Well, actually, Nuri and I were up in Portland a couple of weeks ago. We went up before it actually got a lot worse in Oregon.
He
It's
was
gotten
the
a
guy.
lot worse
He was the
lately.
guy coming out of the Nike shoe shop with all those boxes of
Yeah.
Nike shoes.
But anyway, we ate out 3 different times up there.
And
And
the,
it wasn't bad, but people distanced a lot, and I don't know, everybody wore
Yeah.
masks up there. It's like mask
No,
city.
if you're outside, again, I would do it. I thought you do outside. They have a big tent, but the people in Fresno didn't want to do that. The people in Fresno wanted to eat inside right next to you. It's like, I don't like you. I don't ever want to. I hope you die. Get away from me.
Yeah, they did every other table in Portland and all the restaurants I was at. So they did
Yeah,
the
I've
social,
seen that, but
physical
this one,
distancing thing.
I got to go to see my mother-in-law. They didn't do it. They just put us right next to each other, and they took the big block of tables out of the center. So I said, "Oh, we're only at 50% capacity." I go, "What the hell's that?" Well, anyway, I'm not going to a restaurant again. I get takeout. I got good sushi. I get takeout, but the
Yeah,
restaurants,
good
I'm
man.
not going to sit in a restaurant.
Yeah, they just stopped that here. I mean, they're on a 2-week hiatus on eating at restaurants. It's all takeout, which is
Yeah.
fine. I don't care.
Yeah.
We eat mostly at home.
Statewide,
anyway.
Terry? Is that statewide?
Pardon?
Is that statewide that's the,
I think it is, yeah, it's statewide, at least in most counties, maybe some of the remote counties that don't have any, very few cases, but mostly
Yeah.
it's statewide, yeah, in Oregon, so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're fully operational. All the kids are in school. They have been
Yeah.
since April.
Well,
And it just, everybody respects everybody over here.
Yeah.
And we wear masks wherever we are. And nobody doesn't bother anybody. You can take them off when you're outside.
well, how many deaths has Taiwan had? How many people? 26 million?
Yeah, 26 million. We've had 600 cases and 7 deaths.
Yeah, 7 deaths. Isn't that amazing? And it's like, as people keep saying, oh, Trump did about as well as probably anybody. I've heard people say that. I say, yeah, anybody who's a dumb son of a bitch. Yeah, that's about as well
That's
as. he did.
terrible.
I
Yeah.
mean,
And South Korea the same way, 30 million,
Right.
and they suppress it. New Zealand, it's unbelievable.
Well,
How
we had a quarantine in March. The whole
Right.
country just stopped, and
Yeah.
nobody, everybody stayed home. And those that were sick were identified and went and got treatment
Right.
in a ward that was set up specifically for this. And everybody came out after March, and we've been completely normal ever since.
Yeah.
And anybody coming and going, that's a 14-day.
Hey, Peter, we're still here.
Okay, I'm just trying to turn it off. I don't know how, but don't worry about it.
Yeah, up in the corner, I think I put it in a copy.
Find the leave button. There, you got it.
Facing his house.
Peter's
Oh, the
iPad.
garbage can. Just put your computer in that.
You're helpful, buddy. Yeah, actually, it's an iPad, Peter's iPad, and say, put it in an envelope, address it to Mark, send it to Taiwan, and don't worry about it.
But come
We'll
on,
get
in
there.
January again, you'll be able to come and hopefully hopefully you'll be safe. Again, it's not a death sentence,
Yeah.
but you've got it. It's tough. My daughter is flying back from Atlanta on the 2nd of December to get ready. And she's isolated. She's already been positive. She's young and healthy, so she's all right. But she's going to isolate out at our ranch in a house that we have out at the ranch for a week to
Yeah.
make sure she's safe. So
Good.
yeah, no, I think it's very smart.
Yeah. But you still have people who, I was listening to something on the news this morning, one of the nurses in the emergency room or something, or critical care, was saying how tired they were of people who are getting incubated, or anyway, getting incubated, saying, wait a minute, you can't be doing this to me. It's fake news. It really isn't. There's
Right.
That's right, that's right, yes.
and they're getting ready to die, and they say, wait a minute, I can't be dying.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
I mean, you're thinking, God, it's like, people are amazing how stupid. And well, anyway, it's just one of those things. It's tough.
Yeah, it's one of those things, but it's crazy. It's
Yeah.
it's really crazy. Nobody believes it over there.
Yeah.
I sent early, I don't know if you got my thing. I was saying, get 3 months of provisions and all that stuff, for nothing more than how it made you feel safe, And
Yeah, that's
what
why people stocked up like they did. Yeah.
What I tell everybody now, because it's getting so hot and heavy, is do the same thing. Just make sure you feel comfortable in your own skin. You're not like, oh my God, do we not have any toilet paper? They just had another run of that. So
Yeah.
I don't know what to tell you other than just distance, wear a mask, and
Yeah.
just write it out, because so many people aren't, and they just keep infecting
Well,
one another.
the one nice thing about living in Ashland, and for me, was that there's so many little hiking trails and stuff, which I like to do. So I've been, just continuing to hike, and then I was bike riding. And the problem is, you really can't do a lot of those things with anybody when, so you're still pretty isolated. I do a Zoom call like this, probably 4 mornings a week with some coffee buddies. So we do a Zoom coffee. So I've been pretty used to getting on Zoom with that. So.
Yeah, it's it's an interesting, interesting thing the human being is going through right now. They don't really know what they're doing.
Mark, when you come over, how long does it take you to come from Taiwan?
How long does it take me to come? It's about 14 hours, 14-hour flight, you know. But I counted in 3 bottles of Grand Dame.
Miss Peterson
man.
would be proud.
Yeah, you know, I mean, the Ava era is really the one. Ava era, China era isn't bad, but for some reason, when you get on China Air, you always end up in a detention center in Beijing.
It might be a problem.
They go the wrong way.
Yeah, you know, and maybe it has something to do with that, your suitcase having that sticker that says free Tibet. That might be it.
Yeah.
So Billy
they
Boy,
take-
you knew what happened to Tom Shaw, right?
Where?
Tom Shaw.
Well, yeah. You know what? I'm the one that introduced Tom Shaw to the Holy Order of Mans. And once he showed up,
Good man.
I left. It was like,
Take, what was it? Was it take my place? Here's a seat.
It's the only way they'll let me out.
it was a deal where if you brought 2 in, you got 1 free.
You got to leave. Yeah. That's a good plan. Yeah.
That was really something. No, I stayed for about 9 months, and then it was really wild. And Tom stayed and became one of the higher priests, one of the higher, you know. We saw him in Indiana Jones down in the cavern.
And what about Dennis Nagley and the he was in that I can't remember.
Scientology.
Deep into Scientology, yeah.
Scientology.
Oh,
Yeah,
Nicholas.
Now
Dennis,
I guess he's out now.
no, Dennis Nagley just had on November 15th was his first anniversary of his death.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, he died
Yeah,
last.
is that the way he got out?
Yeah, I guess that's how we all get out.
Good point.
I keep telling my wife I'm going to leave you someday.
Good plan. Yeah. Yeah, but you can keep my ashes, right?
Yeah, but she's been kicking my ashes for a long time.
Ooh.
So anyway, Dennis passed away. He had a horrible time of it. He had diabetes, and he was on that stuff where you change your blood every couple times a week, dialysis.
Dialysis, yeah.
And he had nephropathy or whatever, the nerve damage.
Neuropathy.
Neuropathy or something. You know, it's really important, guys, that we really take care of ourselves, you know, I mean, and there's a lot of easy ways to do that, you know.
Yeah.
A lot of easy ways to do that, you know. Starts up here in the brain, of course. And like thinking,
Yeah.
good thoughts for one thing, which we all have done, which we've all been involved in pretty much. We came up in that.
Uh-oh. He goes up.
Peace
I
and
think-
love and Kennedy. My wife, does that sound happy or fun?
Somebody's.
You're freezing, Billy Boy. Oh,
Hello,
Peter's back.
I'm on a Zoom.
Oh, he
I'm on a
finally.
Zoom. I call you back.
All right. Well, yeah, I think I better go have dinner. I haven't had anything to eat since
Yeah.
well before I drank these scotch.
Hey, wait a minute, Steve. If you stayed on, this would be your new diet regime.
No, I'm talking to Mark about that. We've got an oatmeal, and vegetables. I've been working around for that because I got to drop some weight. If I stood up and showed you my gut, it would scare all of you. I look pregnant.
Wait a minute. Are you telling us you're having a Jabba moment?
Mark, I'm already talking
Live
to you.
long and
I need to
prosper,
fix
buddy.
this.
Look, when my cholesterol hit 231, and I got serious. And that was like a month and a half ago, and I went on to my oatmeal diet. I dropped to 171 on my cholesterol in a month.
Huh?
with eating, with diet alone, because they wanted to put me on the heart meds and the, you know, and the
Yeah.
pre-diabetic thing and everything. But I got my diet down to around under 1,000, generally speaking,
Calories a day.
800 calories a day. And I had to
Yeah.
cut out the booze, of course, which I can't when I'm talking to
I was
you
gonna
guys.
say, yeah, what is that?
So anyway, I'm just celebrating because I'm with, you know, this septuagenarian club or whatever. we
Yeah,
are.
oh, we are, aren't we? Gosh darn.
And,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, everything can be changed with our diet. And we,
Yeah.
you know, I've been eating bread and all that stuff. And after you stop eating that stuff, it tastes strange. You don't even want it, you know? So I eat my lunch at 2 p.m. is about 75 calories, and it fills me up to here. It's the daikon, which it tastes like a potato. It's green vegetable, and it's bean sprouts. A cup
Yeah.
of bean sprouts. Bean sprouts are delicious. Put a little
Yeah.
hot sauce on it. Wow,
Mm.
and filling.
Yeah.
And no sugar. No
No.
sugar and no kind of nothing, you know, like processed food like cake and cookies and pie crust, and which has lots of sugar in it anyway.
Yeah.
So I'm feeling good. I'm feeling great.
Good.
Good. What about exercise? What are you doing for moving? You move,
Well,
you move around?
That's the problem. I've got a bum knee. I need a replacement knee and
Yeah, we talked about that back 6 months ago.
well, they didn't want to operate in February when I wanted to have it because of the COVID was
The COVID
fresh.
stuff,
They
yeah.
didn't know.
Yeah, no, you got it. I agree with that. It's a tough thing to go to hospital.
They didn't know if the COVID was in the hospitals because that was very early. So they said, well, you know, you can gimp around and here's the pain pills and, you know, you'll be fine. And I am fine.
So you're still gonna schedule it again then?
Yeah, I want to
Good.
get it because I need it.
Yeah, well, you do, yeah. Because movement, I mean, pain is the great behavior modifier, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I had one of my hips replaced. It was in bad shape, and so that has, you know, kind of left me a little bit lazy and chair ridden. So I gotta find stuff to do.
How long ago did you do that? How long?
It's been I think it's been two years. November, yeah, 2 years ago. Right, 2 years ago from now.
You know, my wife just had one of hers done, and it was it's gone pretty well.
Yeah. But again, I can't play basketball. I can't play tennis.
Yeah.
You got to take it easy, and so and of course that goes right into my laziness. You know, it's like I got to take it easy, so I'm gonna go take a nap. You guys go exercise. I'll wait for you when you come back. You know, it's a
Okay.
real problem. I got to get over that.
Just walk.
Yeah.
It's what Terry said. I do that every day, and I do it somewhere between 8 and 10 miles. And when I do 8 miles, I got nothing else to do. So when I do the 8 miles, I always remember one of the MudBowl dinners, and Barney had done 8 miles that afternoon, but the day of the MudBowl dinner, the day before the MudBowl, and it was like not even breathing hard.
Yeah.
A lot faster than I did.
Yeah.
And on my little diet, I dropped 22 pounds in the last month, and it's
That's
amazing
impressive.
how much. It's amazing
It's
how much
impressive.
it's taken off the weight off my knee. But I
Right.
tell you guys, it's not hard. It's just eating, not just absolutely not putting that stuff in your mouth that you don't even think about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have this thing, chronometer, that I calorie count, and a piece of white bread, 2 pieces of white bread is 400 calories. And then next to it, you eat a piece of steak, and that's 140 calories. And then you eat, you know, at the dinner table, and you put butter on your bread at the restaurant, and you've eaten 500 or 600 calories without even knowing it.
Or
you know?
thinking about it, yeah.
And then you have that big piece of pie or that chocolate cake, and you know, and the 3 glass, you know, the half a bottle of wine, and all of a sudden you've eaten 1,200 calories that don't help you at all.
No, that's right.
Yeah, my strategy was probably somewhat similar to yours, maybe, Mark. Several years ago, I said, well, probably for, I don't know, 15 years or so, Nuri and I have only been eating, lunches. We don't do dinners. So we don't, we never, well, I'll eat dinner if we go to the Mud Bowl or something, then I'd have dinner.
Right,
or something.
right.
But generally, I don't eat dinner, just eat lunch, and then have some yogurt or something in the evening, and that's it.
right.
Then I have a pretty good breakfast, with whatever I have for breakfast, which is usually yogurt and some kind of cereal, banana, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I
And,
think I eat well. It's
coffee.
just I don't move enough. I got to start.
Yeah.
I gotta,
Well,
That's
that
it.
is the key. I was going to tell you, Steve, I play tennis with a guy who had double knee replacement. And he still plays tennis very well. So, and moves well, knees don't
yeah,
bother
you
him.
just got to you got to learn how to do it. And
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
get over it.
the knee replacement thing, I don't know about the hip, but I know the knee replacement, you get your movement back you can move really pretty well with the artificial knees.
Well, they do a good thing. They do it well, and not discomfort. But if I get into a jogging, running thing or do too much, it hurts for a week before I get it to go away. So
Yeah,
that's been 2 months of overeating and no exercise.
yeah, it's not good.
All right, guys. I think it's time to-
Mark has inspired me, and I'm going to look at that. We don't eat well. I eat a lot of fruit. Don't overeat. Would like very much to take my animal consumption down. Just because it's not what I know we're all carnivores, but still, it'd be nice not to overly support this food industry.
Well, just so you know, it's been 50 years since I have had a hamburger. So,
And
so
it looks
I haven't had red meat in about that long. So it's been a long time.
looks at.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, a little fish. No, that's smart.
Yeah, I do want you to know, though, I haven't gotten down to my high school, my selective service registration weight yet, though.
I'm shooting for it.
Well, that was 145. I'm only at 147, so I haven't gotten there.
I'm shooting for 175. I think that would be
Good man.
to be. I was
Paul's at 145.
Yeah, but
Really?
he's always,
That's good.
Yeah.
he's always looked anemic.
He walks and exercises every day, and then so that's good.
Yeah, I know. I've been to dinner at their place, and then you get the 3 leaves of lettuce. And,
And you bring a little extra food in case help contribute. No, you don't have to take care of me. I'll bring my own.
and after the dinner, this is how you look when you're just finished dinner size house. You're like,
Nice guy.
where's the next dish coming from?
No, the stuff feeling is not. You're not going to find that.
I think he thinks he can take a head of lettuce to heaven with him.
All right, guys, I'm gonna.
All right, time to
Hey,
go.
you guys, all
Hey,
right, love you.
you guys
We're gonna
live long and prosper.
You gotta do another one. You gotta do
We
another
will
one.
do it again.
Thanks,
Mr.
Ken.
Spock
Again
was
after
right.
the first of the
All
year.
right.
Mark,
Another time. Thanks,
nice
Ken,
meeting
for
you.
organizing this.
Thanks, Ken. This is great.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
We'll do it
Okay.
again.
All right.
Well,
Hasta
yeah,
luego.
Good
Bye,
night.
bye, Billy
Good
boy.
night.
And
Later,
Hey,
Billy
guys.
boy.
meet Paul, who've been watching this behind the scenes. We love you all.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
I've
Good
been
point.
recording it, so everybody will get it.
All
Yeah,
right.
well,
Thanks.
Let's try to do this more often and get
All
more
right.
again. It was fun.
We will.
Take care, buddies.
All right, guys.
All right. Bye-bye.